The U.S. Global Change Report, February 13, 2013. This is a picture called the Blue Marble. We're looking at a report that just came out January. The U.S. Global Change Research Program, USGCRP, coordinates and integrates federal research on changes in the global environment and their implications to society. The USGCRP began as a presidential initiative in 1989 and was mandated by Congress in the Global Change Research Act of 1990, which called for a comprehensive and integrated United States research program which will assist the nation and the world to understand, assess, predict, and respond to human-induced and natural processes of global change. 13 departments and agencies participate in the USGCRP, which was known as the U.S. Climate Change Science Program from 2002 through 2008. The program is steered by the Subcommittee on Global Change Research under the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, overseen by the Executive Office of the President, and facilitated by the National Coordination Office. During the past 2 decades, the United States, through the USGCRP, has made the world's largest scientific investment in the areas of climate change and global change research. Since its inception, the USGCRP has supported research and observational activities in collaboration with several other national and international science programs. They include observing and understanding short and long-term changes in climate, the ozone layer, and land cover, identifying the impacts of these changes on ecosystems and society, estimating future changes in the physical environment and vulnerabilities and risks associated with these changes, and providing scientific information to enable effective decision making. The report in 2013 has said, global climate is changing, and this is apparent across the United States in a wide variety of observations. It's due primarily to human activities, predominantly the burning of fossil fuels. Some extreme weather and climate events have increased in recent decades, and many of these may be related to human activities. Human-induced climate change is projected to continue if emissions of heat-trapping gases continue to increase. Impacts related to climate change are already evident in many sectors. Climate change threatens human health and well-being in many ways. Infrastructure across the United States is being adversely affected by phenomena associated with climate change. Reliability of water supplies is being reduced by climate change. Adverse impacts to crops and livestock are expected. Natural ecosystems are being directly affected by climate change, including changes in biodiversity and location of species. Life in the oceans is changing as ocean waters become warmer and more acidic. Planning for adaptation is increasing, but progress with implementation is limited. The New York Times says the decline of emissions in the developed countries is more than matched by the continued growth in developing countries like China and India. Coal, the dirtiest and most carbon-intensive fossil fuel, is growing faster, with coal-related emissions leaping more than 5% in 2011. The conflicts and controversies discussed are monotonously similar. The differing obligations of industrialized and developing nations, the question of who will pay to help poor nations adapt, the urgency of protecting tropical forests, and the needs to rapidly develop and deploy clean energy technology. From Space Daily, the study prepared by Harvard was conducted to explore the forces driving extreme weather events. Such events will affect water and food availability, energy decisions, the design of critical infrastructure, and critical ecosystem resources. More than 100 groups are planning what they hope will be the largest rally in the United States on climate change, with organizers saying that tens of thousands will descend on the National Mall Sunday with buses from 28 states. You got that right.